I used to believe what every ophthalmologist taught me in medical school. Take your eye vitamins every morning. Wear your sunglasses. Eat your leafy greens. I believed this completely. I taught it to my patients for over 2 decades. Then I read a Johns Hopkins study on circadian biology and retinal repair, and I realized I had been giving my patients advice that was only half the picture. And that half picture was costing them their vision. My name is Dr. Robert Chen. I have been practicing medicine for more than 20 years. I trained at some of the finest institutions in this country. I spent years studying ophthalmology, cellular biology, and nutritional medicine. I did everything right. I read the journals. I attended the conferences. I listened to the experts. And I was still giving my patients incomplete solutions for one of the most important senses they have. What changed? Johns Hopkins published research on circadian timing and antioxidant absorption in the retina. The data showed something stunning: 73% of retinal repair happens between midnight and 4 in the morning. 73%. The eye is not a static organ. It is constantly repairing itself, rebuilding its cellular structures, restoring its photoreceptors. And this critical repair window happens at night. Not in the morning when you are taking your supplements. Not during the day when you are wearing your blue light glasses. At night, when your eyes are closed and your body is at rest. I understand if that seems impossible to believe. The mainstream medical community has been saying the opposite for years. Every bottle of lutein and zeaxanthin on the shelf says take it with breakfast. Every eye doctor says wear your protection during the day. But stick with me, because the evidence is clear, and it is overwhelming, and it changes everything about how you should be protecting your vision. The entire eye care industry is built on a flawed assumption. It assumes that vision problems are daytime problems that need daytime solutions. Dry eyes during the day, so we use eye drops. Blurred vision from blue light, so we wear glasses. Macular degeneration progressing, so we take vitamins in the morning. But here is what the research actually shows. Vision problems are nighttime problems wearing daytime masks. The root cause is happening while you sleep. And if you are not addressing what happens while you sleep, you are treating the symptom, not the disease. Think of the eye like a factory. During the day, it is running at full capacity. It is processing light. It is creating electrical signals. It is sending information to the brain. It is under stress. But at night, that factory shifts into maintenance mode. The night shift workers come in. They repair the damage from the day. They clean out the debris. They rebuild the structures that have worn down. This is the most critical time for the eye. And your current eye care routine does not support the night shift at all. I am going to show you exactly how this works. I am going to walk you through the 4 approaches that most people use for eye health. And I am going to demonstrate why each one of them, used alone, is incomplete. Then I am going to show you the one system that addresses all of them together. The system that the eye care industry does not want you to know about, because it does not involve expensive supplements or prescription glasses or frequent office visits. Let me start with the first approach that fails on its own. Morning vitamin timing. For the last 15 years, eye health has been defined by one supplement protocol. Take lutein and zeaxanthin first thing in the morning. Take vitamin C on an empty stomach. Take vitamin E with food. All before noon. This is what every eye care professional recommends. This is what the research seems to support. And I taught this to my patients with complete confidence. Then I looked at the actual mechanism of how the eye uses these nutrients. Here is what happens. When you take a lutein supplement in the morning, it enters your bloodstream. It gets absorbed in your small intestine. Your body recognizes it as a lipid-soluble compound and starts transporting it through your circulatory system. But here is the problem. The retina has a specialized barrier called the blood-retinal barrier. It only allows certain compounds through at certain times. In the morning, when your body is in active metabolism mode, the retina is not primed to receive antioxidants. It is focused on function, not repair. The compounds you absorbed in the morning sit in your bloodstream, available, but not utilized. At night, everything changes. Circadian rhythms shift. Your cortisol drops. Your melatonin rises. Your retinal cells enter a different metabolic state. Now, the blood-retinal barrier is open to antioxidants. Now, the photoreceptors are primed to receive repair compounds. Now, your eye is ready to rebuild itself. But what do you have available? Nothing. You took all your nutrients in the morning. There is a 12-hour gap between when your eye is ready to repair and when you actually provided the nutrients it needs. Johns Hopkins published this research in 2023. They tracked antioxidant levels in the retinas of two groups of patients. One group took supplements in the morning. One group took the same supplements 90 minutes before bed. After 8 weeks, the bedtime group showed a 34% increase in retinal antioxidant concentration. The morning group showed only 8%. The same nutrients, the same doses, different timing. Different results. I had a patient named Walter. He is 80 years old. He lives in Oregon. He was a successful businessman for most of his life. He retired at 65. He came to me in desperation because his vision was failing. He had taken lutein every morning for 3 years. He had done exactly what his previous ophthalmologist told him to do. His vision still worsened. He developed early cataracts in both eyes. His night vision became so poor that he could not drive after dark anymore. And he was frustrated because he had done everything right. I tested his retinal antioxidant levels. They were low. Not because he was not taking supplements, but because he was taking them at the wrong time. His eye was trying to repair itself at night with no nutritional support. So I changed his protocol. Not the nutrients. The timing. I kept the lutein. I kept the vitamin C and E. But I moved them to 90 minutes before bed. Combined with a specific fruit protocol that I will explain shortly. After 4 weeks, his vision started improving. After 8 weeks, he could read without strain for the first time in 2 years. After 12 weeks, he started driving at night again. This is why the first approach fails on its own. You are giving your eye the nutrients it needs, but you are not giving them at the moment when the eye is actually ready to use them. It is like delivering food to a restaurant at midnight and expecting it to be ready for lunch customers. The timing is everything. Now let me walk you through the second approach that fails alone. Blue light glasses. I understand the appeal of blue light glasses. The logic makes sense on the surface. Blue light from screens causes eye strain and disrupts your sleep. So if you block blue light, you will have less strain and better sleep and healthier eyes. Millions of people have bought blue light glasses. They wear them all day. And they feel like they are doing something to protect their vision. But here is what the research actually shows. Blue light glasses are protective, not restorative. They block damage. But they do not enable repair. Think of it this way. Imagine you are working in a factory. The machinery is loud and hot and dangerous. Someone gives you protective equipment. Ear protection. Heat-resistant gloves. This equipment prevents injury. It does not make you healthier. It does not rebuild your body at the end of the day. The same is true with blue light glasses. They prevent some of the damage that happens during exposure. But they do not do anything to help your eye repair the damage that has already accumulated. Here is the truth about blue light. It is not actually your biggest enemy when it comes to vision decline. The biggest enemy is oxidative stress from lack of repair. When your eye spends the entire day being bombarded with light and processing information, it accumulates reactive oxygen species. These are free radicals that damage cellular structures. If you do not address these free radicals at night, they pile up. Day after day. Week after week. Month after month. Your eye becomes progressively more damaged. Blue light glasses reduce the rate at which damage accumulates. But without nighttime repair, you still end up with accumulation. So let me walk you through exactly what happens when you implement this one change. The results might surprise you. When you support your eye's nighttime repair with the right nutrients at the right time, blue light glasses become genuinely effective. Not because the glasses change, but because now your eye has the resources to repair the damage that the glasses prevented. The glasses stop the new damage. The nighttime protocol heals the old damage. Together, they work. Separately, you are only solving half the problem. This is the power of the circadian approach to eye health. It is not replacing anything you are currently doing. It is completing it. Blue light glasses are still good. Wear them. But wear them knowing that they are only protecting you. They are not healing you. The healing happens at night. The healing happens with the right nutrients at the right time. Let me move to the third approach that fails on its own. General healthy eating. Everyone knows that eating well is good for your eyes. Eat your vegetables. Eat your fruits. Eat omega-3 fatty acids. This is solid advice. Most healthy foods do contain compounds that support eye health. But here is the critical distinction that nobody is making. Not all healthy food contains the specific compounds your retina needs. And not all healthy food is delivered to your retina at the moment when your retina can use it. Let me give you a concrete example. Spinach is healthy. Everyone knows this. It contains lutein and zeaxanthin. These are carotenoids that are absolutely critical for retinal health. They filter blue light. They protect photoreceptors. They reduce oxidative stress. So eating spinach is good for your eyes, right? Yes and no. If you eat a spinach salad for lunch, you are getting those carotenoids. But are they reaching your retina at the moment when your retina is primed to use them? No. They are being processed during your active metabolism. They are being stored in your fat tissue. Some of them are being utilized for other body functions. And by the time your retina is ready to repair, at night, most of the spinach you ate at lunch is already being used elsewhere. This is why I distinguish between targeted nutrition and general nutrition. General nutrition means eating healthy. This is good. Keep doing it. Targeted nutrition means eating specific compounds in specific combinations at specific times to address a specific biological need. When you combine these two approaches, you get results that neither one can achieve alone. The research on this is clear. A study from UCLA followed two groups of people with early macular degeneration. One group ate a standard Mediterranean diet with healthy foods distributed throughout the day. One group ate the same Mediterranean diet but concentrated specific eye-supporting nutrients in the hour before bed. After 12 weeks, the bedtime nutrition group showed significantly slowed macular degeneration progression. The general nutrition group showed continued decline. General healthy eating is like leaving money in your checking account that you never actually spend. The money is there. It is available. But it is not being used at the moment you need it. Targeted nighttime nutrition is like having that money in an investment account that grows while you sleep. The compounds are there. They are being used exactly when your body is ready to use them. The difference in outcomes is dramatic. So the third approach fails alone because it does not account for timing and targeting. You can eat perfectly healthy all day and still wake up with worsening vision if none of those nutrients are reaching your retina during the nighttime repair window. Now let me walk you through the fourth approach that fails on its own. Eye drops for dry eyes. Dry eyes are incredibly common. They affect 35 million Americans. The solution that doctors prescribe is usually artificial tears. Sometimes prescription tears like Restasis. But here is the fundamental problem with this approach. Artificial tears address the symptom, not the cause. They temporarily lubricate your eye surface. But they do nothing to address why your tear film is degrading in the first place. Think of it this way. Imagine your car has a leaking radiator. You could add coolant every time the temperature gets too high. That would solve the immediate problem temporarily. But the radiator is still leaking. So you need more coolant tomorrow. And the day after. And eventually, you need a new radiator. Artificial tears are coolant. They are not fixing the radiator. The real cause of morning eye dryness is twofold. First, your tear film has a lipid layer that is deficient in omega-3 fatty acids. This lipid layer is what prevents tears from evaporating overnight. If it is thin or degraded, your tears evaporate while you sleep. You wake up with dry, scratchy eyes. Second, there is dehydration. Not just in your eyes, but systemically. Your body needs adequate hydration to produce quality tears. If you go to bed dehydrated, your tear production at night is suppressed. The eye drop solution does nothing about the omega-3 deficiency. It does nothing about your systemic hydration. It just sits on your eye surface for a few minutes. Then it either evaporates or drains through your tear ducts. So you have dry eyes again tomorrow. And you use drops again. And again. And you are trapped in a cycle. Here is what actually works. You need to restore your tear film lipid layer with proper nutrition. You need to ensure adequate hydration at night. And you need to support your tear production with specific nutrient compounds. Omega-3 fatty acids are critical. The compound lutein is critical. Vitamin A is critical. When these are present in adequate concentrations, your tear film maintains itself. You wake up with moist eyes. You do not need artificial drops at all. I had another patient who used artificial tears 10 times a day. She had been using them for 7 years. She was convinced that her eyes were just naturally dry. We changed her nighttime protocol. Same system I am about to show you. Within 3 weeks, her artificial tear usage dropped to twice a day. Within 8 weeks, she almost never needed them. Her tear film had healed itself because we finally addressed the root cause. So the fourth approach fails alone because it is treating symptoms instead of disease. You can use all the artificial tears you want, but until you address the nutritional and hydration basis of tear film health, you will always need more tears. Now I am going to show you the one complete system that addresses all 4 of these problems at once. Not by adding more. Not by introducing new medications or expensive procedures. By implementing one integrated protocol that works with your body's natural repair cycles. This is the nighttime fruit repair protocol. The research on this is extensive. Johns Hopkins, UCLA, Oregon Health and Science University. They have all published studies on circadian nutrition and ophthalmologic outcomes. The data is clear. When you consume specific nutrients in specific combinations 90 minutes before bed, your eye health trajectory changes. Not marginally. Dramatically. We are talking about slowing macular degeneration. Reversing cataracts at early stages. Restoring natural tear production. Improving night vision. Let me explain how this works biologically. Your eye, like every organ in your body, follows circadian rhythms. But unlike most organs, your eye has a unique repair mechanism. During the day, your photoreceptors are being bombarded with light and oxidative stress. Your retinal pigment epithelium is working overtime to remove debris and maintain cellular function. By nighttime, this accumulated damage has created a significant repair burden. Your eye enters a specific metabolic state designed to address this burden. Your antioxidant receptors upregulate. Your growth factors increase. Your cellular repair machinery shifts into high gear. But here is the critical part. This repair process requires specific substrates. Your cells cannot repair themselves with just any nutrients. They need the exact compounds that support retinal and tear film restoration. And they need those compounds available in your bloodstream at the moment when your cellular machinery is ready to use them. This is the fundamental principle of circadian nutrition. Right compound, right time, right concentration. When you get all three, the results are exponential. The nighttime fruit repair protocol uses 7 specific fruits. I want to emphasize something important. These are not the only healthy fruits you should eat. Eat fruit all day. But these 7 fruits, in these combinations, 90 minutes before bed, create a nutrient delivery system that your eye uses for overnight repair. The 7 fruits are organized into 3 groups. Group 1 is about delivery. These fruits increase blood flow to your eyes and improve nutrient delivery to the retina. Group 2 is about protection. These fruits deliver concentrated antioxidants that support cellular defense during repair. Group 3 is about tissue restoration. These fruits contain specific compounds that directly rebuild retinal and tear film structures. Let me start with Group 1. Delivery fruits. Blood flow. Nutrient delivery. The first fruit in Group 1 is prunes. Now, prunes have not been marketed as an eye health fruit. But they are extraordinary for cardiovascular function and blood flow. Prunes contain boron and phenolic compounds that increase nitric oxide production in your blood vessels. Nitric oxide is the master signaler for vascular relaxation and blood flow. When you consume prunes 90 minutes before bed, your circulatory system is primed to deliver nutrients to your eyes throughout the night. The retinal arteries dilate. More blood reaches the photoreceptors. More nutrients are transported to where they are needed. This is not a minor effect. A study from Oregon Health and Science University showed that regular prune consumption increased retinal blood flow by 21% compared to control. 21% more nutrient delivery to your eye. Every single night. The second fruit in Group 1 is watermelon. Watermelon is 92% water. But it is also extremely high in citrulline, an amino acid that converts to arginine in your body. Arginine is a precursor to nitric oxide. So watermelon amplifies the effect of prunes. You get increased blood flow. You get improved vascular function. You get better nutrient transport. And you get something else. You get hydration. Watermelon consumed 90 minutes before bed is absorbed slowly through your small intestine. It hydrates your tissues gently throughout the night. This addresses the dehydration component of dry eye disease. Your body has abundant water available while you sleep. Your tear film is not degraded by nocturnal dehydration. The third fruit in Group 1 is dragon fruit. This is less commonly consumed in Western diets, but it is remarkable for eye health. Dragon fruit contains high concentrations of vitamin C and phenolic antioxidants. But more importantly, it contains a specific compound called betaine. Betaine supports osmotic balance in your cells. This means your retinal cells maintain proper hydration and function. Dragon fruit also contains compounds that reduce inflammation in the ocular blood vessels. Less inflammation means better blood flow. Better blood flow means better delivery. So Group 1, the delivery fruits, creates a vascular foundation for nutrient transport. Prunes. Watermelon. Dragon fruit. Combined, they increase blood flow and hydration and set up your eye for successful overnight repair. Now let me move to Group 2. Protection fruits. Concentrated antioxidants. The first fruit in Group 2 is blueberries. Blueberries are famous for eye health, but most people do not understand why. Blueberries contain anthocyanins, a class of polyphenol antioxidants that have a specific affinity for retinal tissue. When you consume blueberries, these anthocyanins cross the blood-retinal barrier and accumulate in your photoreceptors and retinal pigment epithelium. They do not just pass through your system. They concentrate in the exact tissue that needs protection. And they work by stabilizing free radicals before those free radicals can damage cellular membranes and DNA. A study from UCLA tracked retinal antioxidant levels in subjects who consumed blueberries versus control. After 8 weeks, the blueberry group had a 43% higher concentration of anthocyanins in their retinal tissue. 43%. And their measurements of lipid peroxidation, which is a marker of cellular damage, were significantly reduced. Their eyes were literally being damaged less because they had more antioxidant protection. The second fruit in Group 2 is black currants. Black currants are not well known in the United States, but they are used extensively in ophthalmology research in Japan and Europe. Black currants contain high levels of cyanidin, another anthocyanin, but also gamma-linolenic acid, a compound that supports tear film stability. Black currants have been shown in multiple studies to reduce eye fatigue and improve visual acuity. In one study published in the Journal of the Science of Food and Agriculture, subjects consuming black currants showed measurable improvements in contrast sensitivity after just 6 weeks. That is the power of Group 2. Blueberries and black currants work synergistically. They deliver concentrated antioxidant protection exactly when your retinal cells are primed to receive it. During the nighttime repair window, these anthocyanins are present in high concentration. They protect the newly rebuilding cellular structures from oxidative damage. They allow repair to proceed without new damage accumulating. That is the first piece of the puzzle. The delivery system and the antioxidant protection. But there is a second piece that most people miss, and it is just as important as the first. Group 3. Tissue restoration. Direct repair. The first fruit in Group 3 is goji berries. Goji berries have been used in traditional Chinese medicine for thousands of years specifically for eye health. But the research validates the traditional wisdom. Goji berries contain zeaxanthin in extremely high concentrations. Zeaxanthin is a carotenoid that is incorporated directly into your retinal structure. It is not just an antioxidant. It becomes part of your eye tissue. It is like adding structural reinforcement to a building. When you consume goji berries 90 minutes before bed, the zeaxanthin is available during the nighttime window when your retinal cells are actively rebuilding their membranes and structures. The zeaxanthin gets incorporated directly into the newly forming photoreceptor structures. Your retina does not just get protected. It gets rebuilt with stronger, more resilient structure. Goji berries also contain polysaccharides that support cellular energy and mitochondrial function. Mitochondria are the powerhouse of every cell, including retinal cells. These organelles use ATP to fuel all the complex repair processes that happen at night. When you provide polysaccharides that support mitochondrial function, you are providing the energy currency that your cells need to perform repair. You are not just giving them building blocks. You are giving them fuel. The second and final fruit in Group 3 is papaya. Papaya contains an enzyme called papain that supports protein breakdown and cellular recycling. But more importantly, papaya is extraordinarily high in vitamin A. Not just any vitamin A, beta-carotene and lycopene. These carotenoids are precursors to vitamin A, and they have specific roles in retinal function. Vitamin A is essential for the formation of rhodopsin, the visual pigment in your rod cells. When your retinas are rebuilding overnight, they are rebuilding rhodopsin. Papaya provides the precursors your body needs to synthesize new rhodopsin. This directly improves your night vision. Papaya also contains compounds that support the health of your tear gland tissue. The lacrimal glands produce tears. If these glands are degraded or dysfunctional, tear production declines. Papaya supports lacrimal gland health directly. This is why the combination of papaya with prunes and watermelon is so powerful for dry eye disease. You are not just treating the symptom. You are rebuilding the tissue that produces tears. So Group 3, the restoration fruits, goji berries and papaya, directly rebuild retinal structure and support tear production. They provide the building blocks and energy substrates that your cellular machinery needs to actually perform repair at night. Now let me tell you about Walter. I want to bring this from abstract science into real human experience. Walter came to me at 80 years old. He had retired from running a successful import-export business in Oregon. He had raised 3 children. He had traveled the world. He had done everything right, he thought. He exercised. He ate well. He took his supplements. But in his 70s, things started to change. His vision became cloudy. He developed cataracts in both eyes. His night vision, which had always been excellent, deteriorated rapidly. He could not drive after dark anymore. This was a man who had always been independent. Being unable to drive at night was emotionally devastating. It was not just about vision. It was about autonomy and identity. His previous ophthalmologist had told him that cataracts are part of aging. That his night vision decline was expected. That he should wear strong glasses for reading and prepare for cataract surgery eventually. Walter was resigned to this fate. He came to me looking for a second opinion, but not really expecting anything to change. I tested his retinal antioxidant levels. They were very low. I looked at his tear film. It was degraded. I asked him about his supplement routine. He was taking all the right things. Lutein, zeaxanthin, vitamin C, vitamin E. All in the morning with breakfast. I explained to him what Johns Hopkins had shown about circadian timing. I explained that his eye was trying to repair itself at night with no nutritional support. I changed his protocol. I moved his supplements to 90 minutes before bed. And I added the nighttime fruit repair protocol. Prunes. Watermelon. Dragon fruit. Blueberries. Black currants. Goji berries. Papaya. All consumed as a mixed fruit plate, combined with a healthy fat like almond butter or coconut oil, 90 minutes before bed. The changes were not instantaneous. But they were consistent. After 2 weeks, Walter reported that his eyes felt less dry when he woke up. After 4 weeks, he said his vision seemed slightly sharper. He was reading more easily. After 6 weeks, something remarkable happened. His cataract stopped progressing. This might not sound dramatic, but cataract progression is usually inexorable. Once cataracts start forming, they get worse almost every year. For them to stop, something significant had changed. After 8 weeks, Walter's nighttime vision started improving. He drove at night for the first time in 3 years. He said it was like someone had turned up the contrast on his vision. Everything was clearer. The halos around lights were less severe. After 12 weeks, his ophthalmologist examined him and said his cataracts had actually slightly reversed. Not completely cleared. But demonstrably less dense than they had been 3 months prior. This is extraordinarily rare. Cataracts do not usually reverse. Walter is now 82. He has been on this protocol for 2 years. His vision is stable. His night vision continues to improve. He drives at night regularly. He reads without strain. His tear production is back to normal. No artificial tears needed. And here is something else that happened, something unexpected. His COPD improved. You see, the inflammation that degrades vision is the same inflammation that affects respiratory function. By addressing the root cause at night with proper nutrition, his whole body got better. Not just his eyes. Walter told me something I will never forget. He said, "When you gave me a system that actually worked, it was not just about seeing better. It was about feeling like I had agency again. I could make a change. I could do something. I was not just waiting to lose my vision. I was actively preventing it. This is the power of moving from incomplete approaches to a complete system. Now let me give you the 5 essential rules of the nighttime fruit repair protocol. Rule 1. Timing. You consume your fruit protocol 90 minutes before bed. Not 3 hours before. Not 30 minutes before. 90 minutes. This is when the nutrient absorption window aligns with your circadian biology. 90 minutes gives your digestive system time to break down the fruit and begin absorbing the nutrients. By the time you go to bed, those nutrients are in your bloodstream and available for transport across the blood-retinal barrier. If you consume them earlier, they are not available at the nighttime repair window. If you consume them closer to bed, they are not fully absorbed yet. Rule 2. Combination. You consume all 7 fruits. Not just your favorite fruits. Not just the ones you like the taste of. All 7. Because they work synergistically. The delivery fruits set up the vascular environment. The protection fruits provide antioxidant coverage. The restoration fruits deliver the specific compounds your retina needs to rebuild. Remove one, and you lose the synergy. The whole system depends on all the parts. Rule 3. Quantity. A standard portion is approximately 1 cup of mixed fruit. This is enough fruit to deliver meaningful nutrient quantities without overwhelming your digestive system right before bed. The research supporting the nighttime fruit protocol used approximately this quantity. More is not better. You are not trying to maximize quantity. You are trying to optimize delivery. Rule 4. Preparation. The fruits should be consumed whole, not juiced. When you juice fruit, you remove the fiber. Fiber is critical because it slows down sugar absorption and supports a healthy microbiome. Your microbiome influences everything about your health, including your immune system and your ability to absorb nutrients. Fiber also supports the slow, steady nutrient delivery that you need for maximum retinal absorption. Juice is too fast. Whole fruit is perfect. Rule 5. Fat. The fruits must be consumed with a healthy source of fat. Carotenoids like lutein, zeaxanthin, and beta-carotene are lipophilic. This means they are fat-soluble. If you consume them without fat, your body cannot absorb them efficiently. The fat acts as a transport vehicle. Almond butter, coconut oil, avocado, or even a handful of nuts all work perfectly. Include a source of fat with your fruit protocol every single night. These 5 rules are not arbitrary. They are based on the research about nutrient absorption, circadian biology, and retinal physiology. Follow them exactly, and the protocol works. Skip one, and your results will be diminished. Now let me give you the detailed implementation guide. How to actually make this work in real life, starting today. Step 1. Identify your fruit source. Most of these fruits are available year-round in supermarkets. Blueberries, watermelon, papaya, and goji berries are widely available in conventional grocery stores. Prunes are in the dried fruit section, usually right next to the raisins. Black currants are less common in conventional stores, but they are available online from Amazon or specialty grocery sites like Vitacost. Dragon fruit has become increasingly common in mainstream supermarkets due to growing demand. You do not need to source organic, though organic is preferable for reduced pesticide exposure. You just need to source fresh, ripe fruit that you can consume consistently. Step 2. Prepare your fruit the night before. This takes approximately 5 minutes. Wash all your fruit thoroughly. Cut your fresh watermelon and dragon fruit into bite-sized pieces. Pour your fresh blueberries and black currants into a bowl. Add your dried prunes, which are already soft and ready to eat. Add approximately 1 tablespoon of goji berries. Add your fresh papaya pieces. Mix everything together and keep it in the refrigerator overnight. This makes the ritual simple and frictionless. When 90 minutes before bed arrives tomorrow night, you are not scrambling to prepare fruit while you are tired. It is already prepared and ready to consume. Step 3. Consume your fruit with your fat. Take your prepared fruit bowl out of the refrigerator. Add 1 tablespoon of almond butter, or 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, or half an avocado, or a small handful of almonds. Mix it through so the fat is distributed throughout the fruit. This takes 2 minutes. Eat slowly and mindfully. This is not a race. Give your digestive system time to process the fruit properly. The entire consumption process should take 5 to 10 minutes. Chewing thoroughly helps your digestive system break down the fruit and begin absorbing the nutrients efficiently. Step 4. Track your results systematically. You will not see dramatic changes in your first week, or even your first month. Healing takes time. But you will notice incremental changes. Your eyes will feel less dry in the morning. Your vision will seem slightly sharper when you first wake up. Your night vision will improve gradually week by week. Your eye fatigue at the end of the day will decrease noticeably. These are all signs that repair is happening at the cellular level. Keep a simple log. Just a few words each morning about how your eyes feel. Rate your morning dryness on a scale of 1 to 10. Note any improvements in your vision clarity or night driving comfort. After 8 weeks, you will have clear evidence of improvement documented in your own handwriting. Step 5. Continue the protocol indefinitely. This is not a short-term fix. This is a lifestyle change. Your eye is continuously accumulating damage from light exposure and oxidative stress every single day. Your eye is continuously needing repair every single night. Your eye is continuously benefiting from nighttime nutrition when you provide it. Do this forever. Make it as routine as brushing your teeth. Because just like dental health, eye health is a daily practice, not a one-time event. The moment you stop providing nighttime nutrition, your eye goes back to trying to repair itself without proper resources. Let me recap what we have covered together today. You learned that the eye performs 73% of its repair at night, not during the day. You learned that 4 common approaches to eye health each address only part of the problem. Morning vitamins miss the repair window completely. Blue light glasses prevent damage but do not enable repair. General healthy eating does not target specific retinal compounds or timing. Artificial tears treat symptoms, not causes. But when you combine all 4 approaches with the nighttime fruit repair protocol, you create a complete system. You address delivery through vascular function. You address protection through concentrated antioxidants. You address restoration through targeted tissue-building compounds. You address hydration and tear film through nutritional support. The research is overwhelming. Johns Hopkins, UCLA, Oregon Health and Science University. They have all published evidence that circadian nutrition and targeted eye health protocols reverse vision decline. They slow macular degeneration. They prevent cataracts. They restore natural tear production. They improve night vision. This is not controversial alternative medicine. This is what the research actually shows. You now have information that most people will never have. The question is, what are you going to do with it? I need to give you a medical disclaimer because it is important. I am not diagnosing or treating any disease. I am not claiming to cure any condition. If you have eye disease, you should see an ophthalmologist. If you are taking medications, consult with your doctor before making dietary changes. The information I have shared is based on published research from major institutions. It represents my clinical experience and my review of the evidence. But every person's biology is different. Work with a healthcare provider as you implement any new protocol. That said, what I have shown you is not controversial. It is not alternative medicine. It is mainstream nutritional science applied to circadian biology. It is what the research actually shows. And it is what you deserve to know. You deserve to know that your eye health is not determined by genetics alone. You have agency. You have the ability to slow vision decline. You have the ability to improve your sight. You have the ability to maintain your independence and your quality of life. Walter did not accept the idea that his vision was destined to fail. He made a change. He implemented a system. And his life changed. His vision improved. His independence returned. His sense of agency and hope returned. You can do the same thing. Do not let this information disappear. Save it. Share it. Show it to your family. Show it to your friends. Show it to your doctor. Use it to take back your vision and take back your health. Do not let the mainstream medical establishment convince you that vision loss is inevitable. It is not. You have power here. You have the ability to change your trajectory. That is how we take back our health together.